Start streaming. Hello, patrons. Wait, no, it goes subscribers and patrons. I forgot my own intro. Forgot my own little script. Hello, subscribers, patrons, family, fans, followers, supporters, and generally anybody who happens to stumble across my videos. This is Johnston Blackhorse, and I welcome you to another How to Art video streaming session. And it was requested or suggested on my Discord that I do Boney parts, such as joints and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing like a small series of those. And in this episode of How to Art Joints and Bony Parts, we're going to be going over the collarbone and shoulder blade. Sorry, I'm just like a little tired right now. I've been running around for the majority of the majority of the afternoon trying to find a special adapter that I need in order to utilize my new tablet. Some of you have like watched earlier today, like I got a new tablet thanks to Ruri Hoshino. Like, oh shoot, I better pull the thing up. There we go. Yeah, pull up the chat and everything. Cal Arkin is in the is in the room saying hi, JB. Says congrats on the tablet. Yes, thank you. And yeah, I got a new tablet, but unfortunately, I'm unable to use it due to my dated laptop. And the thing is that my laptop was refurbished by a fan and sent over from Germany, and it's a laptop that comes from around 2009. And yeah, it's pretty old, but all the inside stuff is pretty much up to date after he refurbished it and installed the latest Windows OS. But the laptop itself, without all the other updates, dates back to like when Windows 7 was was like a was a new thing. So yeah, it's pretty old. So I need to get an adapter, a special adapter, a VGA to no, it was it what was it called? Oh, shoot, I can't remember. AVG, an AVG to HDMI adapter in order to utilize the new tablet that I have. So I got to wait for that to come in, and like the latest it's going to come in, or the soonest it's going to come in is Thursday, because I got the expedited shipping. Was it like just about $4 more? So for convenience and expediency, just want to get to playing with this display tablet as soon as possible. Yeah. So right now I'm still using my Wacom Intuos 3, and I'm just going to be utilizing this for now until I can get that new thing in, get that adapter in, and I'm just going to use it until I can afford like a more up-to-date laptop and just transfer everything over. So um, gonna start. I guess we'll start with the. Guess we'll start with the collarbone. So what I'm gonna do is just draw. I'm wondering how big I should make this. I guess fairly big. So I'm gonna draw an ellipse for the rib cage, the upper torso, just jumping right into it right here. And go over how I draw the collarbone. Now this top here is going to be where the top of the rib cage, where the spine comes out, and then just like draw like a smaller horizontal or flatter ellipse laying on its side, and that's going to be the top of the rib cage, and drawing like a little trapezoid here, and this is where the collarbone connects. So, and this like little trapezoid or polygon that I'm drawing here, that's top of the sternum where the collarbone connects right down into the sternum and the rest of the chest plate right there. And I've pointed out that in previous videos that the bony chest plate on the front of your rib cage just kind of resembles a tie. So just doodling that in there. But here on the top corners here, oh shoot, my little brother's here. Sweet, what's up, Dylan? Says Walmart has it. No, I checked Walmart, and unfortunately, the adapter is like more or less like a specialty piece. They have adapters that go from um, was it DVI or DIV to HDMI. So they had those adapters, but what none of the stores really carry is AVG to HDMI adapter. I'm going to see if I'm actually saying that right. Just do really quick VGA. Yeah, VGA to HDMI. And I guess it's a kind of like a specialty adapter that no one really has. I guess assuming it's because the VGA connection is somewhat dated and like nowadays like um, people are more used to having what was it? Oh yeah, like they've been popping up all over the place, but now when I'm trying to find it at this very moment, I believe it was DVI. Sorry for yeah. Yeah, like the only adapters I've been able to find are DVI to HDMI, and those are the only ones that could I could find at Walmart, that I could find at Office Depot and Best Buy. And it was only until I went to Target looking for one that one of the Target associates, one of the guys on the floor just helping people out, pointed out that that's a very rare, a very rare adapter. Not too many people like utilize that, so it's like a specialty item. And just shoot, I was SOL, so I had to like go on Amazon and just find the adapter. um, my brother says, "Dang." Dan W says, VGA to HDMI. Yeah, yeah. And my brother says, but he thinks he's seen it once. Yeah, like they have HDMI to VGA, but what I needed is a VGA to an HDMI, because like I guess they don't um, the I guess the signal or whatever pathway, just they go one way. So um, I did find HDMI to VGA, but what I needed is a VGA to an HDMI, and those adapters look pretty different. So yeah, they do have HDMI to VGA, but not the other way around. Yeah, if Dan W says it requires an intermediate decoder box to go direct from VGA to HDMI. If you have a PC, you can get a video card that will do HDMI out directly. Yeah, I don't have a PC, unfortunately. All I have is this old laptop, which was refurbished um, for me by a fan who sent it from Germany, and just much appreciation goes out to him, because without his assistance and getting me this free laptop and this Wacom N203, it would have taken me that much longer in order for me to get up and running with all my art and YouTube videos and just animation and whatnot. So yeah, that's where we're at currently with that situation. So yeah, it sucks. Anyway, back to the lesson. Now with the collarbone, like it's not like a kind of like a straight like bone. There's like a slight curvature to it, and when it comes out from the little the top of the sternum here, like it shoots up at this type of angle, just slightly, and then kind of goes straight across for a little bit, and then it dips up again. It rises up again. It steps up again, and then levels off. And this is the part where, like on the side view, like you can see it kind of connects to the shoulder blade that wraps around the back, and the shoulder blade is what also has the pivot joint or whatever that houses the joint of your arm bone. I'm terrible at remembering all these anatomy anatomical names, these correct anatomical names. Dan W says, yeah, with the laptop it would almost be cheaper to get a little newer one that supports HDMI by default. Anyways, back to drawing. Yeah. Ruri Hoshino says streams being a sphincter. Oh shoot. I think I adjusted everything. Yeah, I'm not playing anything in the background or nothing. So yeah, I thought the stream would be doing better once my roommates were out. My roommate and his girlfriend. Oh shoot! Ah. So just referring to my anatomy books a little bit. So the collarbone is called the clavicle, the shoulder blade is called the scapula, and that arm bone is called the humerus. Really, the stream is like not doing well for you guys. Like it's, I guess it is saying that I'm having some issues here. I'm just looking at what might be causing. Just saying something wrong with the resolution. Oh shit. Oh. Huh. I hope it clears up. Let's smooth this out a little bit. And this humerus, I got to get back into like studying my bone and skeletal structure. Studying my bone. Yeah. So this is just like a pretty rough and rudimentary just sketch of the bare bones of it. Then I'm going to go over here, make another layer, kind of drop the opacity on the skeletal structure, and come in with some blue and overlay like the muscles. Now, like some of the tendons in your neck, they, especially on the side, they connect to the clavicle here that comes off the sternum. And it connects to the clavicle here and just kind of wraps around the side here, back to the back of the like to the jaw, and sort of like around the back of the neck, coming up to the rear of the skull. And the trapezis muscles here, they also come back from the back of the spine, and they wrap around and connect to the they connect to the shoulder blade, and also they wrap around the top of the shoulder. That's where you get that trapezis muscle here, and they wrap around the top and connect to the clavicle here. And what's interesting is that this connection kind of wraps, well, not wraps around, but on the opposite side of the trapezis, where this muscle connects right there, on the opposite side of the clavicle, that's where the deltoids are connected also. So the trapezis muscles wrap around, connect to that, and got some connections here, but that's where the clavicle is, like, really don't know if you'd be able to see it, but that's where that gets really bony right here up in the shoulder, on the top of the shoulder, where the trapezis muscles are connected, and also the deltoid, your shoulder muscle. But you get that little bony bump there where those connections meet. And you're going to get a little slight dip down from that clavicle, and as the deltoids are connected, and they come around here. And just going to go ahead and just sketch in some of the muscles here. This is your bicep right there. And the deltoid coming up to the clavicle, and from under the deltoid, that's where the pectoral muscles start coming out from. Like they get tucked under the deltoid, just kind of like getting down in there in the armpit. That's the pits. Them's are the pits. Pardonnez-moi. Okay, I'm getting too too off point here. Kind of cut that down. This pectoral muscle is a little too up there. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, data looks pretty decent, more or less. Probably drew this ellipsis a little too big. Let's cut that down. All right. Now let's just come over to the side here and do the same thing, but backwards. So we're going to be doing the back. Instead of drawing this over again, I'm just going to bring this over here and just erase, because all I want is that rough shape for the rib cage. Alright, now the shoulder blade, I'm going to put that rough shape for the humerus in again. Now the shoulder blade, I'm going to kind of extend the humerus and just kind of mark off where the bottom of it goes, and like your arm kind of is about the kind of extends down to your hip. So just feeling out how far that goes. So like say that's down to the hip, and the radius and ulna, however they go. Anyway, so that's where this is where we're gonna mark off where the shoulder is, and just kind of like rough in where the collarbone was. So the shoulder blade is connected to the collarbone here up top, and you got this rough shape, more or less, kind of like a triangle. Now the length or the height of the scapula is roughly about half the size of the humerus. And the width, I don't know. Guess you'll just have to eyeball that. No, but that looks like a pretty decent size, you know. And of course, you got the rotator cuff that comes off of the scapula, something like that. Let me go ahead and refer back to the book. Just making sure I'm getting it right, because I don't spend much time drawing the bare bone structure of some of this stuff. Oh, I think it's... No, I wasn't too far off. Wait a minute, the illustration... I'm sorry, I'm relearning this as I'm doing it too. I help. Doesn't matter all too much. Okay, getting back into the blue layer. So here we have the trapezius. Goes up to the neck here, and this is the muscle I was talking about that's connected down to the collarbone on the other side. Comes up here and just comes up right around the neck. And the trapezius here is like connect to the top of the shoulder blade. I gotta brush up on my back muscles. And I believe the deltoid. I should have brushed up on this a lot more before I jumped into it. My memory is very foggy. Oh yeah. Okay, I was right. The deltoid just kind of comes up to the scapula here, and the rest of the trapezius muscles. Like, oh wow, go down here, and you have like a cluster of muscles here, but if you're not like drawing like bulky like muscular people, then I wouldn't really worry too much about that, because like for the most part, if you're drawing like lean and fit characters, you'll see the um, indent or the outline of the scapula or the the shoulder blade more than you will see the muscle. Because I've noticed like when like reviewing or observing like bikini models and such like that, they have like really lean and firm like toned bodies, and when you see their back, you'll see the shoulder blades more defined, other than the muscles that wrap around them. And it's only in like really like beefy bodybuilders that you'll see like this cluster of muscles. Here we have the what was this called, the trapezius, traps. Oh. Trapezius muscles. I can't even remember what they're called. They're the muscles that go on the back of your arm. My brother might know this, since he lifts weights. Da, 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 da. Triceps. Why was I saying trapezius? Like those were the shoulder muscles. Yeah, trapezius are the shoulder muscles. These are the triceps. Got to try harder, Blackhorse. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, I feel like this tutorial is just kind of a little off the rails, just because of just pretty tired from just running around for the majority of the day, and I only I've only eaten like a bowl of noodles. But yeah, I just wanted to get this out and get it done because I'm like a day behind and I still have like a sketchbook tour to do. But I hope this has been somewhat comprehensive, but I doubt it. Just make it larger just so people can see it. But anyway, um, maybe I should have done a side view too. Ah, hell, I'm tired. I'm so out of it. Oh, this is probably like one of my worst tutorials. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it call it there. Um, Dan W says, John, are you on a low B&W connection? BW bandwidth connection? Yeah, I think so. It is being full on anal slurpage. Damn. Is it really? Huh. I don't know what the deal is. It's probably this fucking unconstitutional monitoring software that they have me like on right now. Just fucking assholes. uh, fucking feds. Fucking system. I should stop swearing. I usually don't swear on these tutorials, but I let it slip. I'm not mindful right now because I'm just so little. I'm a little out of it, even with coffee. But there we go. Maybe I should take another crack at this next time. Just be a little more comprehensive and just a little more. We'll just make it more detailed next go around. But if you got anything out of this video, great. You know, like I hope we all learned something. I don't know if you did. But I get next time I gotta try harder and just be a little more prepared. But I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it on this tutorial and probably start like a sketchbook tour shortly in a few minutes afterwards. But um, if you want to support the creation of more videos like this, I do have a Patreon. I have a lot of free artwork. I have on various art forums and my personal blog. The art forums are DeviantArt for Affinity and Ink Bunny, and the blog is Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only .blogspot.com. Um, all those links can be found in the description section below. But all the free artwork that you see on my various websites and blog, all the high resolution versions of those artworks and drawings can be found on my Patreon when you become a Patreon member by clicking that Become a Patron button. Um, but if Patreon's not your thing, I also have a GoFundMe, so it's available for if anyone wants to just drop a couple of bucks here or there. And speaking of which, like someone had donated $5 today, so thank you for that. Now it's awesome of you. Um, ow, my foot. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna try to get prepared for the next stream. But I don't know, like I got to look back into my sketchbook tour archive and make sure that I haven't done a tour of this sketchbook yet. Um, if I have, then I won't do the stream. But if I haven't, then I'll kick the stream up in a few minutes after I'm done here. But anyway, until then, appreciate all those who participated in the chat. It's always awesome interacting with you people. Cal Larkin, my brother Dylan Lansing, Dan W, Ruri Hoshino, who's just freaking amazing, amazing, amazing lady. Just got me this new tablet that I'm hoping to start utilizing in the next couple of days once I get the adapter. But anyway, just awesome interacting and talking with you guys. So until next time, I shall check y'all later. Sweet. Bye. Oh, Dan W says, "Hey B, before you take off, did you manage to keep your happy home? I saw a few days ago it was kind of a dicey situation." Yes, for right now, it's still somewhat up in the air, but got in touch with property management, and management has allowed me to stay for an extra month. And management is going to talk to the property owners and just kind of like let them know the situation that was going on, that a lot of the strife and drama that was taking place was because of my roommate and his girlfriend, which have moved out since the eviction notice came down. Like the very same day I got that piece of paper, they were both out. So it's now just me here by myself, and I've been a pretty reliable tenant over the majority of a decade. So management is going to express that to the owners, and hopefully by the time the end of February rolls around, everything will have smoothed out, and I'm just able to stay here a little longer until my approval comes through to move back to the reservation. And I guess that's just a little extra piece of news, is that I sent my parents' residence to the probation office for approval to get to just move in with them, because yeah, it's hard go of trying to make it out here, because like again, like no companies will hire me because of my record, and it's not like any prominent like design or art company is going to hire me because of my name is somewhat synonymous with a whole lot of explicit art that I've done in the past. And to hell if I'm going to take that all down. Like friggin' hell no. So moving back to the res would just make life a whole lot easier, and the amount of money I'm making on Patreon right now would actually go a long way on the reservation, as opposed to just what I'm doing here, and probably just give me more time to concentrate on my personal projects once again. So anyway, things are just kind of like just really treading to like keep my head above water, and I'm just now to the point where I'm borderline self-sufficient, and hopefully that just kind of keeps getting higher and higher, to where like I'm earning more and more like every month. I don't have to just stress out so much about money. But yeah, like things are doing a lot better, and thanks for asking that question, and hope I answered it. Rui Hishino's smiley kitty face emoji, and Dan W says hope it works out. Okay, man, cool. So yeah, until next time, I shall check y'all later. Sweet. Bye.